Allen. And in this module, I'm focusing on the subject, the man as leader. And I have a few subtopics here that I'll be dealing with. First of all, the question is, does she crave his leadership? What happens when he fails to lead? Every woman naturally craves leadership. Every woman looks forward to a person in her life to whom she can look to with respect and leadership. There's a saying that the man is the thermostat. He regulates the heat. He is the thermometer. She tells you how hot it is. It doesn't matter the nature of that woman. It doesn't matter who she is, her profession, her class, her caste, her race. She, as long as she's in a relationship with a man, she is looking to that man for leadership. And it's an innate tendency that God creates in men and women. The Bible says, Ephesians 5 and also chapter 6 speaks a little about that God is the head of Christ, Christ is the head of the man, and the man is the head of the woman. And so here the woman seeks leadership. And may I say something for the women who may be a little on the assertive side? You may even be a boss on the job. You may be a supervisor on the job. When you come home, you must leave that at the door. Your job is to temper your strength and to shore up his weakness so he can feel like he is a leader in the home. For a lot of men, when he feels threatened, he may not assert his leadership role in the home, and that can create a lot of problem. So for the women who may be a little stronger in terms of their leadership qualities, please remember this: allow the man his rightful role, and that is to be a leader. Why does she crave his leadership? So number one, it's an inner tendency placed there by God. Also, the Bible says in 1 Peter 3 and verse 7 that the woman is the weaker vessel. A woman is strong in a lot of areas, of course, in terms of, her physical well-being. She's strong, especially during the childbearing years, when she has to pump blood, not just for herself, but also her fetus, especially if she's carrying twins, triplet, etc. Her heart has to be strong, and this is why you can understand why a woman outlives a man by 7 years on average. So physically she's strong, but when it comes to a relationship, she is looking to the man for leadership. And so men, it is your job to lead. She feels frustrated when you don't lead. Okay, what are some of the areas in which the man should exercise leadership? Number one, he should be a spiritual leader. He should be ensuring that he calls the family to worship in the mornings. God said of Abraham, I know him. He will order his household after me. He said of Joshua, Joshua declares, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. You are supposed to be the priest in your home. So don't wait. Don't sleep away and wait for her to call the family to worship. I agree, if something is wrong or if there's an exceptional case, she can do that. But primarily, you take the lead. The fact is that The man normally sets the mood by which the family function. I'd like you to remember that. A woman is essentially a responder. She responds to your leadership. So if something is wrong in the home, don't wait. Don't sit back and wait and expect that that woman, should be the one to fix it. You may wait a week, a month, or a year, and it may never be fixed. Because she is looking to you for leadership. And it will not be any other way, friends. This is how God makes her. If a man is involved in her life, she's looking to that man to take the initiative to lead. So number one, be a spiritual leader. Call the family to worship. You set the mood by which your family function. So if there's to be peace in the home, remember this, you set that mood, you set the foundation, you set the stage for that. If there is to be joy and harmony, you set that stage. So I want to share with you one of the things that I initiated when I got married. The day we got married. And this is the single most important secret that's responsible to the fact that today, after 15 years of marriage, my wife and I, we have a dating experience. Of course, we have challenges here and there, misunderstandings and disagreements. But our marriage could not be more beautiful simply because of this special commitment we made. But men, just remember this, you take the lead, you initiate it. If there's to be harmony in the home, you initiate it. And this is what I said to her. Let's make a commitment that as long as we live, we will never, by any means, and at no time at all, we will ever utter a negative word to each other, not even in the form of a joke. Of course, for the first few months or so, we did not always hit the target 100% of the time. There's no perfect marriage, but we tried. After a while, it became second nature. And so even our kids today, we tell our kids, in this home, there is zero tolerance for negativity in any form. You see, friends, I made this commitment. I initiated that parameter within which our marriage should operate. Because I've been a pastor for many years before I got married, and I've been counseling many couples, conducting seminars. And I discovered that the most effective practice to destroy marriages and any relationship is the unbridled tongue. The reckless, careless, ill-advised words that drip from our lips. Sometimes the verbal wound cut deeper than the physical wound and take a longer time to heal. And so because of that, I was determined that by God's grace, we are going to put a watch on our tongue. Make sure that our marriage remains sweet. And so, friends, remember this. If your marriage is to remain sweet and vibrant and beautiful, the first thing you do, friends, is set a watch over your tongue. And this is a commitment that both of you should make. So, men, you initiate that commitment in your marriage. And I can tell you from today, you will experience a joy, a bliss in your marriage that you never dreamt was possible. All right? So, men, you be the leader in setting the atmosphere, the mood in the home. And remember, the wife responds to your leadership. Okay? So the man is the thermostat. You regulate the heat. She is the thermometer. She tells you how hot it is. Lloyd Allen at masterofrelationship.com.